So if you are just joining me, you can read the caption. It's about get involved in the Federalist Movement of Nigeria, the movement you have been probably following up on my timeline. So you can also invite other people to be part of this, and let us share one or two information to just to rub minds. So invite your friends, invite people from Ogun State, because as usual, I'm going to speak more on the Ogun State, the politics, the youth, the elders, the dealers, and the contenders and the pretenders. So ẹ jẹ́ ká bára wa sọ díẹ̀ náà nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí. That is why tí mo ṣe wá sí orí wall mi, so that màá lè ráyè sọ Yorùbá. So ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ from wherever you are watching me from this minute. This is Mayegun live again, and we, like I said, we are just going to open our minds again. Try to give ourselves some confidence. Try to encourage us not to fear for what we don't know. And when I say the fear of unknown, I mean when you see the projections and when you see the, the game of politics, the way it's currently going, especially in Ogun State. So the reason why I love talking about Ogun State is very simple. It's just because I come from Ogun State and I understand Ogun State politics very, very, very well. So, and I love using what I know as an example, so that those who also knows about it can relate. And that is what I do most on this platform. So, Omotola, my dear sister, Allah's Jare, better picking. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much to all of you who also take your time now to be part of this. You see, game of politics is just like game of power, And if you understand game of power, power is not limited to politics. Power is like everyday thing. And those who understand the concept of power are not easily deceived by the charlatans who think that their ways is actually the real way because they made the way, or let's say they created the path. So therefore everybody needs to walk the path, and whether you like it or not, you don't have to complain, you just take it. And with time, probably your observation will be looked into, and if anything should be done, they will do something about it. But if nothing, then that's it. But in a game of power, you have to know that so let me put it this way. In game of power, there is no champion forever. Only in Nigeria, where people try to make things look like it's like hereditary, like it's our right. Who are you? Who is your father? Who is telling you that you can do this, you can do that? Who told you can question us? Do you want to die and all that? Because it's hereditary. Except they give it to you, you are not expected to question anything, except in Nigeria. So if you try to question things, people take offense and they consider it being, rude or ambitious. In Nigeria, it's a crime for you to be ambitious, except someone tells you that go and do that thing, or you are qualified to be that thing. But, in Federalist Movement of Nigeria, in our movement, we are trying to change that. Although we still have some youth who believe in this concept too, the concept of except we do it their way, or except we have their blessing, we cannot do anything on our own. And, so we have been doing our best to change that perception, to change that belief in some youths, and to God be the glory, it is working. Because there is no way you can you can claim what you think you want, except you stand up and say, I want that thing. That is what life is all about. This life that we live in, if you don't stand up and say, I want that thing, you will never get it. Only few people, because of the type of country we come from and all that, only few people that we call privileged are having things in so easy ways and all that. So you as a youth, except you change your concept, except you change the way you ask, they will never, ever voluntarily give it to you. We did something on the 12th of August in Abeokuta. And what we did was that in order to help, to help our people, the youth, to build their confidence, to give them the courage to stand up and stand firm on their own, we organized a youth event, in collaboration with Yigi in Abeokuta. And we managed to bring in youth, responsible youth that are actually, one way or the other, believe that we need to do things differently. We might be fighting for the same thing, but it is always better when you want to fight for something, you change the way you have been fighting for it. If you've actually got something out of the same style you are using. And what am I trying to say is this. We decided to do things independently for a reason. The reason is not because we have any money anywhere that we are keeping somewhere to spend. No. The reason was because we want to train ourselves how to be independent, how to be free of your own decisions, not remaining under the tutelage of people who you and I know that never really want anything sensible for us. They don't. We know the list of things they can offer us. We know the biggest things they can offer us. And these are things that always leaves us, all these offers that they give to us, those who have been lucky in the past to get something from them, all the offers they've been getting are actually offers that limited them. They are offers that are never going to be beyond what this elder says you should get. And sadly, there's limited position that they have privatized enough for their own people, to the detriment of the generality of all of us. So the least you can get from them by using the same style of let us bow down for them. When we bow down for them, maybe they will listen to us or they will do the right thing and all that. We have been doing that for years. So it is time for us as youth to come together, pull our own resources together, do things independently without the influence of any of these people. And the concept, when we have been talking about it all this while, people were like, it's not possible. You can't do that. It's not possible. You can never work in Nigeria and all that. And I said, have you tried it? We've not even tried it. Even those who came not through the PDP or APC or whatever, but through other smaller parties, they still want to entice you with money. They still want you to be serving, to be servitude and to be in servitude to them. They still call you their, what they call their aides, because they give the money to give you some money to do something, and eventually you have to report back. And when you report back, if they are satisfied, they give you sort of thumbs up and all that. But if they are not satisfied, no matter what, you are on your own. So which means these people knows that we are replaceable, because we are many. We are many that are fighting for small space in government. We are many. Many of us are graduates. Not that because you want to end up in politics. It is because the opportunity is limited. The opportunity is so limited. They have privatized it in a way that only few of us who manage to be probably more crooked and treacherous and all that than one another, or the more we can damage or destroy ourselves, he who can do that more, or those who manage to do that more, gets placement in that small space. Politics, very, very small space. You know what I mean? So now, it is now for us to open our eyes. When you open your eyes bigger than what you are seeing, then you understand the fact that these people cannot give you what you deserve. They can't give you. And when I've been talking about this as in, complaining, criticizing, writing like everyone else, complaining about Nigeria and all that. I said, let us do this. Youth should try and do this. Youth should come together and all that. But we know we will never come together because there is no prospect for us to come together. We are pursuing the same thing. We are seeing the same picture. Only few of us who are managing to see the bigger picture are now coming out and saying, listen, enough of talking. It is time for acting. Let us bring ourselves together. Let us pull our monies together. Let us promote ourselves. Let us raise awareness by ourselves. Let no one sponsor us. And if they want to sponsor us, let them sponsor what we are doing, not what they want us to do. Let me be frank with you. The concept of get involved that I've been noticing now, if you are like so up to date with what is going on the social media lately, in the media generally, you realize that even those who told us that it is not possible for the youth to come together without anybody giving them money, enticing them, or promising them anything. Those who said that then, they are now using the concept of get involved. Now they can't give money in the open. They can't bribe people. They can't share money in the open. So they have to make it in a way that even if a team of youth visit any of them now, they designate someone to take the bribe or to take the money from that person. They call it transport money. And I think I wrote it, late last week. And I said, you can take back your power. You can take back control. You can be in charge of your own destiny if you stop visiting their houses. If you stop visiting these people's houses, you will take like 50% power back, because they will be forced to come to your house, to come and ask of you, like, how come I've not seen you in a while. That is the first thing. 50%. Take back 50% of your power from them. Stop visiting their houses. Stop honoring their invitation to any hotel. Stop meeting them up in anywhere. All you have to do is be your own person. They have been contacting me. So it will be very, it will be very, very stupid for anybody to think what we are doing on Facebook is just noise making at this time now. It will be very, very foolish of that person. So they have been calling me. They have been talking to me. But the only problem we are having right now is, I keep telling them, if you want to join what we are doing, you have to renounce those you are currently, currently idolizing. They are criminals. You can call them leaders. It's very simple. I've explained this over and over and over and over again. The reason why you can't call them leaders, they have failed. And you and I know that they have failed. No matter how much you try to find an excuse for them, no matter how much you try to defend them, no matter how much you want to convince us that you know them better, they have failed. Do you know why? Many of you are fighting for your life survival now. Not because that person is going to give you money right away, but because you believe that our situation has become so bad that not until you know someone in government, you cannot get anything out of your government. And that is a very, very wrong, mindset to have about your government and about your state. So it is always better to know this. Withdraw from them. Withdrawing from them is not because someone is saying don't be part of what they are doing. You can be part of what they are doing, but you need to take control. When you are involved in something, you need to take control. They invite everybody all the time. That's what they do. They give you recognition because that's what they do. They give you recognition. They host meetings. They praise you. They give you money. They make things easier for you. Those of you who are looking for jobs, they give you a job. But these are things that are still going to be in that same country when the people who are supposed to be making the real policies that should change your lives, that should change your situation, are not ready to do that. But they are ready to buy you, deceive you, and continue the pillaging of that country. And you are just being a culprit, an accomplice in the whole scheme. So let us go to Ogun State. We have someone. Because all I'm saying now is that it's just basic common sense. I know many people know the truth, but they are just not really comfortable living it. And it's high time that we have to tell ourselves where our problem originated from Our problem originated from our greed, our selfishness, our self-centeredness, our, you know, our own, what do you call it? Because, you know, Yoruba says, excuse me, torí nǹkan tí ó máa jẹ, ó wá ba nǹkan tó máa jẹ ó bá jẹ́. Ní tó túmọ̀ sí pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ fún ẹ lénìí àti kan tó rò pé ó sì máa rí ń bẹ̀. Because of that, ó wá gbé party sórí, ó gbé religion sórí, ó gbé tribe sórí. Now, at the end of the day, ẹni yẹn á débi tó ń lọ, because nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe ni pé ṣe lè bá èèyàn kan ti mọ́tò títí ẹ̀ move, ẹ̀yìn tì ó ń move, òun jókòó sí driver seat. So moment tó bá ti jábọ́, tó bá ti bọ́ síbi free tí ò ní ìdí yín mọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ tí òun mọ́, tẹ́ bá ti dé òkè, tó bá wá dókè yẹn tán tó wá fẹ́ já free, ṣe pé kò ní ìdí pé ti mọ́tò ẹ̀ mọ́, á kàn ra ayọ̀ kúrò ní gear ni. So ẹ̀yin tó kù àwa máa sáré tẹ̀lé, ẹ wá rí pé ẹ lè sáré pamọ́. Nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe nìyẹn. Nígbà táwa pe youth meeting sí Abẹ́òkúta, and part of what people have been like discussing with me most of this while is that youth should try and put our heads together and forget our differences and, you know, do things together this time around. So, and I'm like, I am not against that. If not for those who brought my family into this nonsense, I wouldn't even you wouldn't even have known me as someone who is so, like, I don't know, stubborn and all that. Assuming they didn't bring my family into this whole thing. And when I checked why they brought my family into this nonsense, I realized that it's because of what they are being fed. It is because of what they are getting from these people. And I happen to be the one, you know, exposing and attacking and criticizing these same people. And they are being mandated to do something about Badero. Why can't you just take care of this guy? Why is he so lousy? I mean, all of you, you know, there are many. There are so many. Because I talk about everybody. So, and they have their supporters and all that. So they are being mandated that go and do something about this Badero. Why can't you guys take care of this Badero? Why is it that he keeps he keeps being there and you can't take him out and you can't, you know, like bring him down? Guys that I have no problem with, guys that I have no issue with, guys that I don't even know from anywhere. So they were mandated to write something about Badero, and they brought my family into it. They wrote lies and all that. Assuming they didn't bring my family into this nonsense, I wouldn't even be bothered. You can write whatever you like about me, but don't write lies about children, innocent children. So these are the damages done by the people we are calling leaders, elders. Because that, my message seems to be a message of threat to their comfort. Because they know that once the youth manage to come together and they say, you know what, let us bring ourselves together, and you organize a very big gathering of youth, let's say in Ogun State, for instance, and you are like there in, Moshood Abiola MKO Stadium in Abeokuta, and they manage to see the video, or probably they see the video, and they get to see that thousands, tens of thousands of youths are together, and they are saying, we are going to choose our leaders. And from there, they manage to choose those they want to vote for, and they are ready to go out and support them. Do you think those people will not be like in jittery? Everything will scatter overnight. They will call you. They will call all of you. Sharing formula. They will call all of us. They will bring us to the table. And I ask you, which one is better? Going to their houses, knocking at their gate, waiting as guests. They will tell you to wait. You wait at reception. You wait at reception while he's attending to someone else. Someone you want to work for. Someone you want to campaign for. Someone you think is going to change your life. But you have to kill. He's busy. He's busy with his life in his office. You are just there to tell him that, okay, what you want to do can make him governor. What you want to do can make him minister. But he's busy with his life. So you have to kill. You have to sit down. That is exactly what will still happen when they get to office. And I'm asking the youth, I say, listen, we can get better deal. We can get the best deal. If they can't respect us, let us respect ourselves. Right? If it is about having our way, bowing for them and all that, that has failed. We have been bowing for them. They have been treating us like piece of shit for years, and they don't care. They don't. So now, let us pull ourselves together. Let us forget about all differences. But I know it's going to be difficult. And do you know why it's going to be difficult? It's because so many people have invested so much time
on so many candidates they are all propagating now. Yayi for governor. Akinlade from Yewa crossed down to APC. Yayi is the senator in Lagos right now. In 1999 or 2003, he became House of Assembly member in Lagos twice. He became House of Rep member from Lagos twice. He's now a senator, first time in Lagos. All of a sudden, he belongs to Ogun State. He wants to be governor in Ogun State. From that time that he's been House of Assembly member, he never thought that one day I will be governor of Ogun State because I came from Ogun State. He never thought about that. And he never started investing in that state to show that he is interested in leading that state. For us to even know, just like we have so many of these Ekiti people in Lagos, part of the Lagos state government, they still go back to Ekiti. Some of them from Osun State. When they have political ambition for, like, let's say, next election, they go back to their place. Not when they are serving a term in Lagos. And they will go back there and say, keep the governorship seat for me. When I finish serving as a senator, I will come and be your governor. So then some people are now like telling us that it doesn't matter which person didn't come from Lagos. It's common sense. But I know it's not common. Because you see, it is always easy to argue with an illiterate, someone who never went to school, an illiterate, a stark illiterate, than to argue with someone who is educated and believes in his own idea of what is not right. Because he will prove everything to make sure that what he's saying is right. Even though if the reality is right there on our faces, they will still want to manipulate you with so many things. And when they know that, okay, you are proving too stubborn, they will turn to big English. And I said, we will not follow the crowd. We will not follow the crowd. They don't have to take us serious. Remember, I said it from the beginning. I said they don't have to take us serious. But we will keep doing what we have to do. We will keep doing everything we have to do until we are able to reach the remaining, the remaining 650,000 registered voters that didn't vote in 2015. It's our job. We have taxed ourselves. And to God be the glory, it's making sense. Now, that is that of the one who wants to come and be governor when he finished being the senator in Lagos. We have another one, a former governor, 8 years, Benga Daniel. He's a leader to some people. Yeah. But he is not a reliable leader. And with fact, with evidence as well. If not because of what we are eating, that, it is only what we are eating now that we know, then you will agree with me that if Benga Daniel was successful in Ogun State, how come many of you today who are watching me right now, you served in Benga Daniel's government, you are alive in Benga Daniel's time, some of you were in school in Benga Daniel's time. So which means if his time was so good, you won't be on Facebook looking for help today. Because how you people rate success in government is completely different to what success is truly rated on. You rate success based on how much money you put in your pocket from a particular time to another time. And that's how you rate success. When Benga Daniel was there, he was paying our salary, it was food was not this expensive and all that. Then what happened? Did he take all of that away when he was going? Did he take all of that away? No, he did not take all of that away. There is nothing Benga Daniel did that Amosun is not doing. Some people are benefiting from Amosun now. Some people benefited from Benga Daniel. Moment Benga Daniel left the place, they became orphans. They became orphans. Because for that 8 years, they lived on the legacy or on the goodwill of a man who promised them good life. Just like someone is promising you right now. Someone is promising you right now. Once I become honorable, don't worry, your life will be better. Once I become the next senator, don't worry, I will open that shop for your wife. That was how Benga Daniel also promised some people. And he did. He gave them everything he promised them. He may not give everybody everything he promised them, but he gave them. Those are the people that will tell you you will die if you criticize Benga Daniel. Those are the people that will say you must go to jail for speaking up about Benga Daniel. Do you know why? Because they have something to hold on to say, this is what I got when he was there. And that thing they got when he was there is gone. Everything is gone because Amosun is there now. Some people he also promised to make their lives better are benefiting now. So when Amosun leaves, other people will come in. They will start benefiting again. And that is what you call success in government. But let me be honest with you. And let's be factual with ourselves. You are a young person. A young man. A young lady. You want an independent life. A reliable, a sort of a worthy life. You are educated. You need a job. Okay, you are not really educated, or you don't want to go further. You don't want to work for anybody, but you want to own your business. But these are the areas where you should be rating success. Policies alone will change your life, not that political party. If a political party says they are going to borrow, they are going to lend money to traders, it is not new. The same people who lend you money will make laws that will make sure that that money becomes useless. Your business will close up even before you started. So these are the things many of you are ignoring because of what you are getting. Oh, he's going to be the councillor. He's going to be the chairman. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. That is why many of you are still gathering yourselves, taking yourselves to Obasanjo Library, taking yourselves to Amosun's whatever. Because to you, there is no other way. Badero is just talking rubbish. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is Nigeria. It doesn't work that way. But you know what? The truth you don't want to know is about to hit you so bad. The truth is that you might think you are in politics. You might think you have the people. But I want to assure you that you have nobody. Nobody. Except yourselves. That you know yourselves. Today I saw some photos on social media, on Facebook. Some youths, they gathered themselves and they moved to a court party. They were invited. And guess who were the people sitting down to discuss about youth involvement? They were writing something on Facebook and they were like, youth involved in government. I was like, really? 2 months ago, you guys were like, involved in what? Get involved in what? Get involved in what? But today, get involved, or we are involved are part of everything you post on social media now. Which means you don't have the clear cut of what you are criticizing. You don't know us. You don't know us. You don't know. They were meeting Doyin Okupe. Okupe from Iperu Remo. Doyin Okupe, former minister. Former personal assistant to former spokesperson to Obasanjo, former special advisor to Jonathan. Doyin Okupe. A total thief, a complete rogue, a liar, manipulator, a scammer. Doyin Okupe is a leader to them. Because what you call leadership is not leadership. It is not leadership. It is called boss-servant relationship. Many of you will go to them as my leader, my elder, because they were former this, former that. But when I ask you, what are the successes of this, former that? Why are we still poor? Why do you not have a job? Why are you underpaid? I mean, despite your qualification. Why? Ask yourself why. Why don't you have a house of your own apartment? Because you are working and you have a good job and you have your own home provided by the government and you paid for by yourself. Why can't you have it? Why can't you have your own car? Why can't you have your own mortgage from the successes of these leaders? It's because they were never leaders. Doyin Okupe is a thief. Just like Benga Daniel is a thief. They are thieves of destinies. That's who they are. And when I come to Nigeria, I'm going to be on a podium that I'm going to say this loud and clear. Forget about this social media of a thing. We've gone beyond that now. We've passed that. Those who said we're just making noise on social media now knows that we are not just making noise. We mean business. We mean business. And it's only those who just don't have a clue that will say they don't know what they are talking about. We are very clear with our message. Federalist Movement of Nigeria is a political movement, is a political organization. We are going to find our own political party. Yes. We are going into the election not as a spectator, but we are going in as competitors. And that is why we are calling on everybody, like, listen, rather than be a servant somewhere, a servant, come and get involved and be your own leader. Be the leader we want in Nigeria. Be the leader we want in Ogun State. Be the youngest local government administrator you've ever seen in Nigeria. You can do that. But if you don't believe in yourselves, these people, they won't believe in you. ASU strike just started. ASU strike. Their children are here in London studying under very lovely atmosphere, environment. Lovely. You would love to visit our own institutions here, schools, hospitals, and so on and so forth. You will love them. You will take pictures. I was at the dentist, this afternoon. And I was actually trying to take a picture, but it was not coming. I wanted to show you. That's why I love showing you Glasgow. I wanted to show you that there is nothing that you want in life that you can't get. And you can only get it if you have tried other means, and that means are not giving you that. Change how you are doing it and approaching it. They have the people, they have the money. They can mobilize 100,000 people if they want. We don't need 100,000 people for show off. We only need just 1,000 people with the same mind. That's all we need. We will send them away. So some of you, I know it's difficult, it's hard. Life is somehow, it's everywhere. We all run short of money. I run short of money all the time anyway. I'm just waiting for a day when I will have enough money that I won't be running short of money. And I know that I don't have to pray to get that. I just have to work. Which means if there's something I'm doing now that even upon that I'm still running short of money, I need to change it if I want more money. So if you are currently having problem, politicians are not the solutions. They are not the solution. They will multiply your problems. Honestly, they are just like the devil. When they give you something, they take it in tenfold, in multifold. So youths are gathering themselves. That is not new. We always gather ourselves and then we go and show solidarity to one politician, and the politician will say they are my boys. They will give us strings, they will give us food. Then when we are going, they give us transportation and all that. But all these things are not helping us. They are things that are keeping us like in bondage. It's very simple. Don't say because he sits in Glasgow and that's why he's saying, did they think it's easy just to live like that and all that? I know it's not easy, but I keep asking you, what happened to the money you got from them in 2015? The one you got in 2011? Now they are coming back. It's so sad that our politicians will raise money for election, but they can't raise money for their community to build something that eventually, probably when they get to office, they can do more of that. They raise money for elections. They raise hundreds of millions, billions of naira for elections. And that is what many of you are also looking forward to get part of it. But since you have been getting it, your life hasn't changed. The life hasn't changed. So with Federalist Movement of Nigeria, you are your own boss. You are your own leader. We don't call ourselves leader. We call ourselves comrades. And that is why what we are doing right now is to discover genuine youth that are ready for leadership roles. and they say Obasanjo must endorse. I say, to hell with Obasanjo. They said Amosun has endorsed the Yewa for this. I said, to hell with Amosun. They said, oh, you can't say that about Benga Daniel. I said, fuck Benga Daniel. Who the hell is Benga Daniel? Take out the threat and the oppression and everything they have. They have nothing. They have absolute nothing to learn from them. Nothing. And I won't cease saying that, because this is the only way they can know the fact that we are not all the same. They should stop generalizing us. The youths are not ready. So when they see the youths that are not ready, they should know that those are the people who are with them, asking them for money. Those are the ones who are not ready. We are ready to send them away. We are ready to take back our destiny from them. We are ready to challenge them and change the status quo. So we are ready. So they should not paint all of us with single brush. They shouldn't. Some of us will face them. We will face them and will tell them, yes, sir, you are a package of failure. I don't know why people still call you excellency. These are things I'm still going to do when I come to Nigeria, because I'm coming. I'm coming. So the day I come to Nigeria and I meet my comrades and I meet my people, and we decide to take the real rally, to take the real mobilization for the next 1 month that I'm going to spend in Nigeria, they will feel it. I'm going to be in Ogun State. Everybody will know that I am in Ogun State. So for those who are still very much, when they started all their nonsense, the cowards, I call them cowards. I'm not looking at them. They are not of any use to anybody. I'm talking about those who are praising all these people and all that. Just for those who have been talking to me and saying that we should mend fences and all that. I said, listen, we walk around these people because they are not who they say they are. They don't even have it. They don't. So for the fact that they are making these criminals to paint all of us with the same brush, that we are all selfish. We are all greedy. When we see money, we will be worse. I mean, today's youth are sort of worse than the leaders. They will sell Nigeria. They will do all of that. They should stop painting all of us with the same brush. Some of us would rather die than take money from the same people who put us in this situation. Some of us would rather die, or would rather starve and die, than go cap in hand. Your Excellency, sir, please, we have a program. We want you to sponsor us. We want you to support us. We are this and that. No, we will not do that. We will always throw our door open. We will always keep our door open. If you think what we are doing makes sense to you, support us. You know what I mean? Why we keep on discovering intelligent youth, upright youth, morally upright youth, responsible youths who are not easily swayed by the luxury of these fake things, cars, houses, clothes, shoes, phones. We will discover them. I've said it. I didn't say it's going to be easy. I've never said it's going to be easy. All I said was it's going to be worth it. And it's making sense now. It is already making sense. So within our rank, we have some people who still have a sympathy for these people. We will give them time, because we'll make sure that facts will keep defeating fiction, and with time they will know the reality. They will know the truth, and they will be free from that bondage, that mindset of no matter how much we do it, we need these people. We don't need them. We don't need them for a reason. And for those who don't know how we want to go about it, we say, watch us. Just watch us. Let them watch us. We don't need them. There is nothing to learn from them. Nothing. Everything you learn from them is how to kill that country. That's what you learn from them. That's the only thing they have to offer. And I want to encourage us that, listen, I know you like PDP. Some of you like PDP. Some of you have brilliant ideas. I said GNI, Baby Guy Shaka, for those who are watching me, so that they can also help me tell him. I've been receiving his messages, I've been receiving his emissaries, but they've not been bold enough to come out clean. And I've been very clear in my responses to them that, listen, GNI is someone I actually like personally. I like him. But the guy is just like a typical Nigerian who is always afraid of something he knows nothing about. He is always scared of his own shadow, even though he knows that it's just an ordinary shadow. He is so afraid to leave his own shadow behind. And that is why I told these people, I said, listen, I am not, I am not asking for a saint to be among us, because I am not a saint myself. But what I'm saying is, when we know that you had the opportunity to change our lives, to change our story, to change our state, and you failed to do it, only to come back later to give us the reasons why you couldn't do it then, these are the people I have problem with. You cannot keep lying to us. You cannot keep throwing your weight all about everywhere, thinking that you are dealing with idiots. So these are the people I have problem with. I don't have problem with people who are only subservient or serving someone. I don't have problem with them. Which means whatever they do while they are there must have been at the order of their own master. That's why I don't have problem with GNI. I've read his manifestos. I've listened to him talk. I've seen it. And the only blemish he has is his relationship and his fear. He contested election twice. Contested election for governor of Ogun State twice. And he nearly got the seat twice. So if by today he is not seeing himself as someone that can lead and people will follow, except he goes to someone for blessing, or he keep listening to some old people who have been advising. They advised him in 2011, they advised him in 2015, and they are still advising him in 2017, and he's still listening to them, meeting Amosun, meeting Benga Daniel, going to this meeting, going to that meeting, thinking that he is not old enough to lead the people. He will fail. Tell him. For those of you who are watching, because we are coming to do two things. That's what we are coming to do, especially in Ogun State. Number one thing is we are coming to scatter everything. You know what I mean? The politics of Ogun State is going to go into serious chaos that only smart people, only those who are smarter, will catch up with us when that time comes. I don't care how long you have been in their politics. I don't even care about how much you know about the internal politics in Ogun State. We will destroy everything. We will scatter everything. How is it going to happen? Just watch us. Watch us. So the parameter, the whole prospect to show that everything is about to go bunker soon in Ogun State is very there. We have seen it. And it's just a matter of time. Only idiots who keep believing in failed leadership and expect something better to come out of it. It's never going to happen. So if GNI still believes in them, just like I told my own person, Remy Azan, I told him, if you believe in them, you will fail. We will fight you. That's what will happen. We will fight you. We will fight you as we are fighting them. That's what we're going to do. Which means, and you remember, our fight is not going to be fight of fist or anything, or fight of gun or fight of anything. That's why I said, watch us. Just keep watching us. Pretend you don't see us. Just pretend that you are not seeing us. But it's going to happen. That's one thing I'm very, very certain of. It's going to be a movement. It's already a movement. It's going to be a process whereby by this time next year, August 2018, the picture will be clearer. to many of you who are doubting us today. And we have said, we have no problem with anybody. Come to us, join us, support us, as long as you renounce your past and ready to live by our own rules. We want to set the rules. We don't give a damn about them because they never gave a damn about us. They don't give a damn about us. So we don't give a damn about them. That's what we want to do. And that's what we're encouraging the youth to stand up on their own. Feel safe, feel strong, and feel determined by yourself. If you don't, nobody's going to make you that. Nobody's going to tell you this is who you are when they can't see it in you. We will raise the army. I've said it. We will raise the army. It's so easy. It's very simple to raise the army. The army of dedicated liberators. The youth who are tired. Who are tired of the status quo. They don't want to listen anymore. They will not listen anymore. I told people 2 months ago, I said they won't listen. By the time we are through with mobilizing our people, they won't listen. Opposition will say something, they will tell him to shut up. That's what we want to do. Army of resistors. We don't need you in our gathering. Don't come to our gathering and give speech. What do you want to tell us? What? How to steal? Or how to kill people? Or how to rig election? What do you want to teach us? What do they want to teach us? How to make life miserable for the people. So we don't need them. And we mean it. We will never have anything to do with them. So if you join us, if you join the Federalist Movement of Nigeria, you are protected by law under the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are protected. That's why everything we wanted to do, when these youths, they call themselves different names names and all that, they go about, taking pictures and all that, doing all these things. I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry for them, because many of them still see themselves doing this same thing for years to come. In years to come. How do you want to live your life like that? How do you want to think, you have a future by being a vuvuzela of someone? Same thing that you can do to you. You can do for yourself and become somebody in life. Why do you think that makes sense to you? I don't understand. So there are things that are not going to work. And then our job is to make sure that they never work. That's why we are piling up things that are still going to come up in Ogun State to enlighten our people, to encourage them to stand up on their feet, to encourage them, to stand firm and ask for what is their own. They should never beg anybody for anything. That is the team of enlightened voters that we are going to take into 2019. We have dedicated ourselves. I've told people I don't have any political ambition. If I want to have any political ambition, it will be in Scotland, because I would love that. I would love to really run for office in Scotland, so that you love celebrating foreign medals. That would make sense, because if I come to Nigeria in that same corrupt system where I have to bribe the youth, I have to bribe voters to vote for me, I have to give them food, I have to, So at the end of the day, I'm a shekwe funrawani. So there's no point in going into such system when we are not ready. So you get me now? So that is why I don't have any political ambition in Nigeria. I want to be part of the people who make the change that eventually change our life, starting from Ogun State and in Nigeria as a whole. That is my own, my own life goal now. That is something I've been spending my money on. And that's something I will keep spending my money on until we achieve it. Until many of you watching me now are so free enough to live in a free society at your own age. You can have your own mortgage in Nigeria. You can have your own business in Nigeria. You can work a good job because you have had a good education. That is the life I want in Nigeria. And I don't need to be your governor to do that. Not when I become your honorable to do that. I would rather we are a team to do it together until when we achieve what we have to achieve. At least for the first time. Let's do it differently. What do we have to lose? We have nothing to lose. So you get me now? So now, To God be the glory. We asked them, you call yourself youth organization. What is your mission? They said, oh, they want the youth to be involved in politics, to participate in politics. I said, okay, fine. Is it that the youth are not participating in politics? They said, but we are not being given opportunities. I said, who are the we that are not giving us the opportunity? They said, these old men. I said, okay, now, do you now think you have something you can do differently within that rank to make them give you something? And they said, if we mount pressure. What pressure? What pressure do you want to mount on the APC leaders? To say the next governor must not be 40, must not be above 40. Can you do that? Can any of you say the next governor of your state must not be more than 40 years old? In APC, in PDP. How many of you, who among you can suggest that? You know it's not possible. But if you join, get involved, collectively, if we say this is what is going to happen, that is exactly what's going to happen. Because of what? You have nobody to offend. There's no godfather that will say, who is your father? Nobody will ask, who is your father? In Federalist Movement of Nigeria. Nobody will ask you. Nobody will ask you, who are you? It's never going to happen. That is where you can speak. And at the same time, you won't have to fear if you are going to be able to sleep in your house that night. But many of you are in PDP. They are even arresting you. Within PDP, your PDP leaders are arresting you because there's faction. Faction A, faction B. They are using all of you to play Ludo. So we say, okay, you said you want to get you to involve in politics, but you still want to tell the old men to step aside. They won't step aside. Come on. People say, we have to have our own youth party. How do you start a youth party when you don't even have the youth who wants to go into the party? It's a common sense thing. That is why we started our movement first. Through our movement, we will discover our members. We will now together and say, let us go and contest under that party. Yes. They say, but it's not possible. Where will you see money to do election? I say, you are a rogue, you are a thief. If you ask me for where am I going to see money for election, you are a thief. You are one of those we are looking for. Because if I ask you, do you have anything you want to sell to me? Do you have something you want to sell to me on election day? I have to pay you money? Why are you asking me if I have money for election in Nigeria? But we know your type. We are not looking for your type. We don't want you. Okay? We don't want you. We have other people who are also responsible citizens who will not ask for money. And those are the people we are recruiting into the Federalist Movement of Nigeria. It's going to be slow, but it will be very steady. Slow, steady. Slow, steady. Many of our own people will be in government in 2019. In fact, if people take this message so serious and they take it to heart, we will take over the government of Ogun State in 2019. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. Just be honest. They say, how is that going to happen? You are making so much mad. I say, you don't worry. Don't worry. When I come, Nigeria, many of you will not even be able to come out. Many of these lousy mouth on Facebook, many of these big mouth, or these chinko phone users, you won't be able to come out. You will only watch it on your phone, live. Mayegun, live. And everything I have been saying, I will repeat every word for word, every man for man in Ogun State. The day is coming. But don't rush it. Because how we do our own thing is completely different to what you know. In Nigeria, they ask you they ask for the price. How much is it going to cost us? In Get Involved, we ask of how long is it going to take us? Do you get that now? How long is it going to take us? That's what we ask ourselves. We don't ask how much. Because we don't even have money for any of us to ask how much. We just say, how long do you think it's going to take us? And we have been successful. We have been very, very successful with all of our outings. So we will not let them deceive us. It's very simple. You don't need to like me. You don't need to like me. I don't need your likeness. I don't need your anything. All I just need is just listen to me. Ko. Ni wọ́n sọ pé máa rán fa adití. Bí mo ṣe máa sorry títí di May 29, 2019. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa fi mí ṣe. I've said it. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe. Wọ́n á máa wish ni. Ẹ gbọ́ mi sìn. Wọ́n á máa wish báyìí ni. Because nǹkan tó máa bà gbogbo nǹkan jẹ́ fún wọn ti dé. Tàbá dẹ̀ máa dé sí Naija. Ṣé ẹ rí fídíò Nnamdi Kanu àbí? Yóò sọ pé n fẹ́ di Nnamdi Kanu o. But what I'm saying ni pé àwa máa rìn lórí títì Ogun State yẹn. So ìgbà tá bá sá eré tá bá mobilize yẹn láti sìn yín títí di next year. Níjọ́ tí Máyégún bá máa dé, àwọn ọ̀gá yín gan pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa ya selfie tó máa dúró wá ṣe kíni tó máa dúró wá ya picture pé so ọmọ tó ń sọ yẹn leléyìí ok bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Torí a máa múra yín wá ni. A máa múra yín wá ni. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọdé lọ rán níṣẹ́ dé tòrútòrú. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ni wọ́n ránṣẹ́ dé tòrútòrú. Àwọn ọmọ wọn wà níbí. Ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n máa rán kẹ́ lọ ṣe báyìí, kẹ́ lọ ṣe báyìí, kẹ́ lọ ṣe báyìí. Exactly, sir. Especially my elder brother there, Alàgbà Báyọ̀mí Fágbénró. Thank you so much for that comment. I know. So we are not negotiating. We don't need the crowd that you are renting. We don't need to prove anything to anybody. I've told my people. I said, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. If now 5 of you get time to meet, take pictures, post it on Facebook. 5, just 5. They go about looking at who is, how many comments you have, how many likes you have, how many, because that's how they pay them. I've said this many times. That's how they pay these boys. Is it popular on Facebook? Okay, go and call him. Go and call him. It's so unfortunate. Brother, one of my friends, because he's still my brother, he's still my friend. He's a Yayi guy. He came to see me in London when I went for an holiday. You know what I mean? We were on a family holiday in was it last year? 2016. Yeah. 2015, 2016, yeah. January. I was in London and he came to discuss Yayi with me. And I said, listen, I don't have problem. My only problem is this. Because back then, I never had the intention of mobilizing against these people. All my own messages back then was just to criticize what is wrong and support what is right and just do my own thing, go away, do that, go away. So they came to see me in London. They are talking to me about Yayi. Then he wasn't this strong. And I said, no wahala. Me, I don't get yawa with anybody. I just want someone who is going to do something for my people. I hate how much poverty has weakened our youth because of no money, no job, no nothing. They've become, like a second citizen in their own country. Second class citizens in your own country, in your own state. I said, if anybody is ready to present policy policies that are debatable, policies that are defendable, I said, I won't mind. I don't care, even if it's an Igbo man. I just want something. I want them to present us something this time around. I said it back then, though. I said, in 2019, it's never going to be business as usual. We're going to destroy everything, scatter everything, dagogo eru. Sure, you get me now? And then I think it was early this year. That my same brother, he lives in London. He came back and I said, SFO Joe and what's that guy? Ogunpola, they are now Yayi boys. I said, I will not have anything to do with them because I don't join the seat. I said, that shows that, because I said, watch, in the next few months, right? In the next few months, these guys are going to turn so many people into automatic enemy of this person because of what they are getting, because that's who they are. They will write what they shouldn't even write. They will defend what they shouldn't even defend because of what they get. I know them very well. I said, because of that, I'm not going to tarnish my image or have anything to do with this nonsense. Then the reality started coming up, as I expected. They started writing different stories. just to package the guy, just to make the guy look like, this and that. I was like, wow. As expected. They've started cooking things up. Writing things that they shouldn't even bother themselves writing. They exposed the guy more. So people started asking more questions. But they couldn't answer the questions. And what happened? They are battling with it now. They have created enough enemy for the guy. He's not going to be any governor. I know my brother, and it's nothing bad. But they know the truth. They don't want to live the truth. The guy is an APC senator in Abuja right now, representing Lagos. In Ogun State, he's not even a member of APC in Ogun State. He's not registered to vote in Ogun State. But constitutionally, he can come back to Ogun State and transfer his voters, whatever, to Ogun State constitutionally. Which means he never had anything with Ogun State until the idea of being governor in Ogun State came up. And the same people who told us that the guy was not from Ogun State are the same people telling us now that he's from Ogun State. And they want us to believe that, well, that just came by, we should just accept it and move on. I would say, no, allow. Anybody can run for governor. Anybody can run for anything. Sure, you get me now. But I'm from Ijebu, right? And before I traveled out of Nigeria, we played politics in Ijebu. I played politics at the highest level of Ijebu politics. It doesn't matter how you say it. I played it. But nobody knew. Not many knew. So when that time comes, you will realize the old scheme, the old thing, all the old rigmarole, all this old packaging, all this. But the truth will come up because the guy who they sent him to come and fight in Ogun State is wiser than them. They told lies to the person who sent him down, and when he landed, they now want to they want to keep packaging things to make him feel like he's all right. Don't worry. You don't need Amosun. We don't need APC. So that is why it's easier for them to say coalition, rainbow coalition. And who are those who are going to be in the rainbow coalition? Benga Daniel, Ladi Adebutu, the pig eater, what do you call it? Buruji said he's a pig eater, and he's supposed to be allergic. Well, I don't know. So, and he has mental problem. That's what Buruji said. He said Ladi has mental problem. So he is part of the rainbow coalition. Who else is coming? GNI want to be part of the rainbow coalition, but GNI's boys, those ones are speaking with double mouth. They will tell you today, GNI has nothing to do with Benga Daniel. Tomorrow, they will say, he's smart now, he knows what he's doing. Yayi in their rainbow coalition. Oshoba in their rainbow coalition. Who else? Who else is there? The basket of losers. The basket of dream killers. The basket of future destroyers. They put themselves in the basket and they call themselves leaders. Right? And they want us to listen to them. They know we won't listen. They know we will not listen to them. But guess what they are going to turn to? They will turn it to threat, arrest, abuse, attack, oppression, so as to force our people to obey them. If they have to send them to jail, they want to do it. And those are the leaders. Many of you are running undercover. You are running over to be under them. You are suffering. You are suffering and your brains are tired. That's just the problem. You have tired brains. If you think the same people who put you in this sorry situation are the same people who are going to take you out of the problem, you have tired brains. That's what you have. Many of them are broke. Benga Daniel is partially broke. Who else is there? Oshoba is partially broke. Many of them are living through handout. That's what they live on. Old legacies. That's what many of them live on. And that is why they want to go back to government. They want to go back in there to put their people there, keep sharing positions, keep sharing appointments, and keep taking back kickbacks. We will spoil the business. We are not their friends. And we have mentioned those we are not their friends and we will never be friends with. Our ideology, everything we are doing, have nothing to do with them. And we would not keep quiet. So for those who are like with us, many of you who are pretending, you are deceiving yourselves. That's just the reality. Someone said, what if these boys betray you? I said, nobody will betray Badero. You will betray yourselves. Nobody betrays Badero, because Badero is not expecting anything from anybody. I am not expecting anything from this. I am doing this because I believe it's the right thing to do. Let us encourage ourselves in this situation whereby hope is lost. All hope is lost. So if someone can just come up from somewhere and say, let us do it differently. Let us do it differently. It's just like a breath of fresh air. I don't want anything from this. I don't want anything. Nothing. I just want these bastards, these people to leave that place. We don't want them there anymore. And we have to do everything. You go back to your villages. You go back to your parents. Those of you who have not been going home, start going home. I've said this 2 months ago. Start calling your parents. You don't need to give them millions. You don't need to give them 10,000, 20,000. Even if it's just recharge card, send it to them. Say, Mommy, I just want to give you this 200 naira recharge card. Put it on your phone. I just want to hear your voice. Start doing something that takes you back home now. Because these are the people they are going to deceive. And that is why poverty keeps spreading. Because they keep stealing from us, they keep taking from us, they keep going to this. Man, tẹ́ bá dé gbogbo Ìjẹ̀bú ńsìn, mo ti gbọ́ gbogbo report mo tẹ̀ nípa àwọn èèyàn máa lọ bá mi máa ya picture àwọn ẹbọ tó ń gbé káàkiri nítorí 2019. Imagine àwọn wèrè wọ́n ti ń gbẹ́bọ, wọ́n ti lọ ń ṣoríṣiríṣi, wọ́n ti lọ ń ṣe gbá gbogbo orúkọ àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n ń print picture ti tèmi wọ́n lọ ń lò ní kinní. Mo ti sọ fún pé máa kú dànù ni, máa kú díẹ̀ báyìí, ẹ̀kọ́ máa kú bí adìyẹ ní pì. Tó ti yẹ yín sìn. Bọ́tẹ́ bá lọ́wọ́ bàbá yín ṣe tẹ́ bá pàdé àwọn babaláwo tó dáa, àbẹ́ pàdé àfáà tó dáa, á sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀fọ́ ọmọ Bádéró yẹn lẹ̀ o. Ẹ fi sílẹ̀ o. Àwọn tó rán níṣẹ́, àwọn tó yẹ pé àwọn kí ló ti ń pè. Ẹ̀fọ́ ọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀ o. Wọ́n á sọ fún yín bọ̀ tí babaláwo yín bá fẹ́ fi yín jẹun, á ṣe tí àwẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kúrò ń bẹ á ní kẹlẹ́ forí yín gbé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bọ́mọ yín ṣe ń kú. Ní gbogbo nǹkan tó dá ń lé yín bó ṣe ń kú. Lẹ́yìn fúnra yín máa kú sára. The list ni pé ẹ kàn rọra yọwọ́ kúrò ní politics yẹn, ẹ jáwọ́ kúrò pátápátá. Ìbàjẹ́ tẹ bàjẹ́ dé yẹn, kẹ wá fà wá tamọ́sùn sílẹ̀ ká lọ deal pẹ̀lú yẹn. Because láyé máa deal pẹ̀lú yẹn, ìyẹn tó bá máa fi di 2018 sìn. Ogun State ó máa dàbí ìgbà tẹ́ pé bíi pé kéèyàn máa gbé ní Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ lábẹ́òkúta ló ṣe máa rí fún. By 2018, à ń gádà àwọn nǹkan tá máa bá yẹn fi fà. So ẹni tó bá ti ń wò ó sí pé ọmọ tí gbogbo kíni bá máa because gbogbo ẹ máa fọ́ pátápátá, gbogbo ẹ máa fọ́, ó máa fọ́ délẹ̀ báyìí tá máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa tún ṣà. So ẹni tó bá wise nsìn kó position ara rẹ̀ sádùúgbò títí ẹ̀ torí ó máa fọ́ dádùúgbò ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń pè leader ládùúgbò yẹn ẹ máa realize pé wọn ò ní padà lè bọ́ta mọ́. Ṣé you get me now? So kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní di àdúgbò ẹ mú ìwọ tó wá látòdògbólú kò dòdògbólú kò má tà tó sí kò má tà táwọn olè tó ń pera wọn ní politicians yẹn ò bá láìkẹ́ kò má tà. Stay there. Convince girlfriend ẹ tó bá tí níyàwó. Convince ìyá àti bàbá ẹ tó bá ṣì wà láyé. Sọ fún wọn pé ìwọ ló fẹ́ lọ ṣojú àdúgbò ẹ yìí. Kò dẹ̀ mí ni ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe ìgbà tó bá gbówó dé fún ẹ tóun ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbọ̀n. Ṣó ti yẹ? Irú àwọn tá à ń wá nìyẹn. Gbogbo wa láti dìde. A máa dìde tán. A máa dàdúgbò wa mọ́. Àwọn rò pé àwọn afẹ́ bá wọn jàjàdù Governor George Adun kankan. Technique yẹn á yà wọ́n lẹ́nu. I've said it. Even the same, they are still asking, báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe? Àwa ò ní gbéra wa lọ bá anybody. A ní pé house meeting kọ́kọ́ pẹ̀lú anybody. A ò ní pé joint meeting kọ́kọ́ pẹ̀lú anybody. Pẹ̀lú any politician tó bá ní anything fún wa. Wà á kọ́kọ́ yọ mask politician yẹn. Wà á kọ́kọ́ sọ dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ náà. Or bá wa deal like a normal human being. Àwa fún ẹ ní kíní wa pé gbà òun lélẹ́yìí o nǹkan táwa fẹ́ ṣe lélẹ́yìí nǹkan táwa fẹ́ ṣe lélẹ́yìí. Tó bá ti tẹ́ ẹ lọ́rùn, you are welcome. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti tẹ́ ẹ lọ́rùn, you can check next door. Kọ́tà fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn. So by 2019, kọ́tà tó 2019, lágbára Ọlọ́run by 2018, tá bá ti mobilize ara wa dé level kan, tó ti wá di pé eagle needs to land. gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn get involved ní Italy ní o, ní America ní o, ní Dublin bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ní o, everywhere ní Canada, àwọn tí wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn get involved, àwa dé, wọ́n pè ní Eagles Landing. Dọ́tà bá dé gbogbo àwọn ẹlẹ́nu yánmọ̀yánmọ́ àwọn ẹlẹ́nu àwọn ọmọ tó níṣẹ́ orí Facebook yẹn, orí Facebook náà lẹ́tì máa wò báyìí pé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ti dé ṣá. Kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Eégún ò ní ṣíléwọ̀ láyé ìkànnà. Bàbá kò sọ́nà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Tí eégún bá ṣe bí tó bá ṣe pa. Ẹ sì fọ̀nà gbàlẹ̀ yẹn jìn. Èmi á sì wà náà, màá sì lọ́ǹtẹ̀ mi kẹ́ tó máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó wà sọ́kàn yín. And that will tell you and it will signal that the end has come. And àwọn tó mọ̀ tán, àwọn ò mọ̀ tán, because àwọn kan wà nínú yín tó mọ̀ tán dáadáa. Àdí kì í ṣe wọ̀ bá dérò yẹn náà ni ó ga ọ́. Ṣé bàbá yẹn ni mo máa ń wò lórí Facebook tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí? My brother, máa yẹ kó pẹ́ kó tó yé ẹ. Ṣé you get me now? Bá dérò lè mọ bá dérò ń gbà kan o. Èyí tó mọ̀ ló mọ̀. You understand? Amosun and the rest of them. Wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bọ́ ṣe rí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ o. So it is always better for you to accept the reality now. And those of you who wants to tẹ́fẹ́ fojú àná wo òkú, àbí bá lọ́yìn pé tẹ́fẹ́ fẹ́ ojú àná wo òkú, ẹ bọ́ra bọ́ yín láṣọ, ibi tó dẹ̀ ti máa bọ́ yín, ó lè má jẹ́ ibi tó nice o. So ẹni tó bá gbọ́n dáadáa dancing, tó bá ríran, it is always better that you don't criticize what you don't know. Don't hate what you don't know. We have youth who are tired. We have youth who are fed up, but they don't know what to do. And in their state of confusion, you are manipulating them, taking advantage of their own, lack of money and the rest of it. So as you are taking their advantage to manipulate them, we will take the advantage to educate them. So that when you come to manipulate them, you will meet a resistance. That's what's going to happen. We will resist you. We will resist you to the point that you've never seen before. I'm talking about ever seen before. So that's what we are going to do. And that is why we are asking for those of you who are genuine and you don't even know what to do, don't go to politicians again with your programs. Join Get Involved movement. Join Federalist Movement of Nigeria. You can realize that same potential, that same dream with us. We believe in ourselves, not because we have billions somewhere, we have millions somewhere, but we have what money can't buy. And that is honesty. That's what we have. Money can't buy that. I don't know how rich you are. You can't buy honesty. You know, you can't really buy it. We have them in abundance. Join us. Believe in yourself. Believe in your group. You don't need any politician's endorsement. Stop going to their houses. Stop taking their money. Stop defending them. They will keep raping you. They will keep impoverishing you. And they will keep destroying everything you hold dear. Join us. Ignore them. And ignore those charlatans. Those miscreants on Facebook. We know where they are going. Just ask them one question. And they will tell you, ask them what is going to happen. They will tell you they are working for this person. They are working for that person because their friend says that person pays. They are working for that person because that person, it's all rubbish. Catch 22. We are not going to fall for it. We are going to scatter everything. We will scatter everything. We will burst all their bubbles and all that. We will infiltrate the civil service. We will get everything that we need to get on this government. We have been getting them and we are keeping the record. So we'll get more. Possibly we'll even get videos of them where they are doing all their nonsense in those offices. We're going to get more. We're going to infiltrate everywhere. We're going to infiltrate INEC, infiltrate everywhere. So that when they come to do their thing, they will meet resistance. I say, oh, you don't release your... I say, oh, is it not a Nigerian politician? Do they give a damn about that? With money, they believe that you are just blabbing. Just leave him. He's just blabbing. He's just blabbing. I love that. I love being told I'm blabbing. I love being challenged to, to things like, oh, you can't do that. It's not possible. I love being told it's not possible. I love that. I love people telling me that something is not possible. So that I will have the reason to at least look back and say, I am glad I never listened. So for those who are doubting us, who are like, it's not possible, they're going to do this and that, I love you. I love all of you. Because you are challenging us. You are challenging me. That it is not going to happen. I love that. You are giving me something to look back in the nearest future and say, I'm glad I never listened to you. I am so happy I didn't listen to you. And that is exactly what's going to happen. Join us. Follow us. Attend our event. Volunteer. Be part of us. Lead your people. Lead them. Be the face that this oppressor will see and they will run. That is what we want to create from you. We want to make you a face they fear. A face that will tell them, don't come to my local government if you want to take your people out alive. I don't want you in my local government. You've done enough damage. You have done enough damages to my people for years. We don't want you here. See, that is the kind of people we want to create. We want to create confident and intelligent and, bold people who are going to stand up against these criminals and tell it to their faces that you are all criminals. If Obasanjo lead them, stone him. If Amosun comes with his convoy and all that, deflate their tires. Tell them, we don't want you here. It's going to get to that stage. But it's a matter of time. Nobody needs to take us serious. Especially those in power enjoying the whole package now. Because to them, nothing will happen. Leave them. He's just there in Glasgow blabbing. I love being challenged. I've said this today now. Keep it. I love being challenged. I love people telling me something is not possible. Because at the end of the day, I would love to look back and say, I'm glad I never listened to you. So until then, thank you so much for your time. And I hope the message gets home. Do what is right. Don't follow these people anymore. Don't listen to them. Ignore their meetings. Ignore their invitations. Don't visit their houses. Don't listen to them anymore. They don't deserve it. And for those that are currently under their bondage, we'll keep praying for them. And hopefully one day, hopefully before 2019, they will be liberated. And if they are not, by the time we sweep these criminals out of power, and we start our agricultural revolution, the real agricultural revolution in Ogun State, they will all have portion there farming, rather than being on Facebooking, writing nonsense, wasting their lives away, wasting away their own their futures and all that, destroying our state as accomplice and order to the criminals who are ruining everything. We'll give them portions of land in Ilaro. We'll give them portions of land in Ogun Water side. Send them to farm from 2019. I pray they learn before that time. Until I see you next time, my name is Mayegun, the only general. Good night.